This is a receipt from a luxury car rental company in Dubai. $3,200 for a Lamborghini for 6 hours. Not a day, 6 hours. Just enough time to shoot content for the entire month. The influencer who rented this car has 2.3 million followers. And according to leaked bank statements, she's $180,000 in debt. This isn't one person's story. This is the entire industry's story. When you open social media, what do you see? Private jets, designer clothes, Michelin-starred restaurants, villas in the Maldives, and beneath each one, the same message. I made it. You can too. But the real story is completely different. A study conducted in 2023 showed that 67% of influencers with over 500,000 followers have annual incomes below $50,000. Yet the cost of the lifestyle these same people display averages $180,000 per year. The math doesn't add up, it never has. So how are these people living? The answer is simple. They're not living, they're faking it. Let's go back to Dubai. On one of the city's most popular streets, there's a Lamborghini rental company. The owner, a businessman who prefers not to give his name, says his business has grown 340% over the past 3 years. 80% of our customers are influencers. He says, the same car gets rented 15-20 times a week to different people. Each one comes, shoots photos for 2 to 3 hours, and leaves. The prices are interesting. 1 hour, $800 6 hours, $30,200 24 hours, $8,000. But almost no one does the 24-hour rental because nobody has the money. 6 hours is enough to shoot 40-50 photos to post over the next 3 months. Cars are just the beginning. The system goes much deeper. There's a woman in Bali. Let's call her Sarah. That's not her real name. Sarah has a luxury villa, ocean view, infinity pool. Every corner is perfect for Instagram. Sarah rents this villa to influencers. But it's not a normal Airbnb rental. She sells content production packages. Basic package, a $200 8-hour villa access. Professional photographer, styling for 5 outfit changes. Drone shots, 200 plus edited photos. Premium package, $3,500. Everything in the basic package plus fake private jet cockpit shoot. A set built in her garage. Shoots with luxury cars. Extras for with friends shots. Sarah makes $280,000 a year. She never uses the villa. It's only for content production. And here's the striking part. In the past year, 127 different influencers shot at Sarah's villa. Each one posted as if it were their own home. Their followers don't know this, of course. There's a warehouse in Los Angeles. Inside are thousands of fake designer bags, watches, and clothes. But these aren't the low-quality knockoffs sold on the streets. These are made so well that you can't distinguish them from the real thing in an Instagram photo. A Hermes Birkin bag, $15,000. The Instagram quality. Replica, $400. What does Instagram quality mean? Only the outside of the bag looks real? The inside can be empty. The zipper might not work, but it looks perfect in photos. The owner of this warehouse says 90% of his customers are influencers. Physical quality doesn't matter to them, he says. Digital quality matters. And it's not just bags, watches, shoes, clothes, jewelry. All the same way. If you opened an influencer's closet, what would you find? A $3,000 fake Rolex, a $400 fake Chanel bag, $150 fake Gucci shoes. Total cost? $30,550. Perceived value? $45,000. When you see sponsored by, what do you think? That this influencer is making money, right? Most of the time, wrong. According to leaked internal documents from an influencer marketing agency, 500,000 dollars, 1 million followers. Average sponsorship fee, $1,500, $3,000 per post. 3 million followers. Average sponsorship fee, $5,000, $15,000. Sounds good, right? But let's look behind the scenes. How many sponsored posts can an influencer share per month? Too many sponsored posts lead to follower loss. Research shows that an influencer can share a maximum of 4 to 5 sponsored posts per month. More than that gives a sold-out appearance. The math? 5 sponsorships x $3,000, you're $15,000 month. Annually, $180,000. Sounds great, right? But we haven't subtracted the expenses yet. Monthly expenses for an influencer with 1 million followers. Content production. Photographer, $2,000. Video editor, $1,500. Social media manager, $2,500. Total, $6,000 month appearance costs. Rental luxury locations, $1,500. Clothes and accessories, $1,000 beauty maintenance. Hair, makeup, cosmetic procedures. $1,100. Total, $3,700 month. Other, actual accommodation and transportation, $2,000. Food and daily expenses. $1,500 products purchased for sponsored posts. $800. Total, $4,300 month grand. Total, $14,000 month income, $15,000. Expenses, $14,000. Remaining, $1,000. And this is if they can find 5 sponsorships every month. Most months, they can't reach that number. The real story is even darker. Most influencers cover the above expenses with credit cards, with the logic of I'll pay when the next sponsorship income comes. But what if the sponsorship doesn't come? In 2022, an influencer marketing platform analyzed the financial status of 2,000 influencers. The results were shocking. 68% have credit card debt. Average debt, $47,000. 34% can't even make minimum credit card payments. 22% are at risk of bankruptcy within a year. One influencer, a true story, shared this. I have 1.8 million followers. People think I'm rich. They see my life in Dubai, the expensive restaurants. The truth is, I have $85,000 in credit card debt. Last month, I borrowed money from my mother to make a credit card payment. I'm 32 years old. What does an influencer drowning in debt do? They look for a way out. The way out? Selling courses. How to become a successful influencer like me courses. Price, $500, $3,000. What's the content? Generally, produce consistent content. Understand the algorithm. Reach out to brands. Be authentic. In other words, information you can find for free on Google. But it works. Why? Because those buying the courses see this. This person is successful. They live a luxury life. If I learn their method, I'll be successful too. What they don't know, that influencer's success doesn't come from their luxury lifestyle, but from selling courses to you. An influencer's earnings over the last 12 months, sponsorships, $42,000 course sales, $180,000. Do you see? That's the real business model. Now let's talk about another problem, algorithm pressure. How much content must an influencer produce to maintain their follower count? According to 2024 Instagram algorithm data, minimum 1 post per day, 3 to 5 stories per day, minimum 3 reels per week. That means monthly, 30 feed posts, 150 stories, 15 reels. Where will all this content come from? You can't always be in luxury locations. You can't buy new clothes every day. The solution, cycling the same content. You slowly share the 200 photos you shot in Dubai over 3 months, but each post has to appear new. This means psychological pressure, constantly being new, constantly being interesting, constantly being aspirational. One influencer describes it like this. When I wake up in the morning, my first thought is, what will I post today? I can never take a vacation, because if I don't post for 3 days, the algorithm punishes me. My engagement drops. Sponsors lose interest. I work 24/7, and despite this, I live with the fear of going bankrupt. So who's winning in this system? 1. Platform owners. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. They're making billions of dollars. Content creators provide the content. 2. Service providers. Luxury car rental companies. Content production package sellers. Fake designer product manufacturers. Photographers and editors. 3. A few genuinely successful influencers, the top 1%. Those with over 10 million followers. They really make money, but even they know they're the product of the system. A mega influencer, 30 million followers, explained it like this. I'm no longer an influencer. I'm a media company. I have 15 employees. My annual turnover is $8 million, but $6 million of that goes to expenses. And every day, I live with the anxiety of what's the next trend? Because when the trend ends, I end too. Something started to change in 2023. Brands began cutting their influencer marketing budgets. Why? Because ROI is low. Research shows that percentage of followers who shop from an influencer post, 2.3%. Average conversion cost for brands, $47 per customer. These numbers are much worse than Google Ads or traditional marketing. Result, sponsorship incomes are declining. At the beginning of 2024, average sponsorship fees dropped 31% micro-influencer, 10K, 100K followers. Deals dropped 54%. Influencers are in panic. And the response? More fake luxury, more debt, more course sales, an unsustainable system, and it's approaching the point of collapse. But here's the really interesting part. Why do we still believe? The answer is in psychology, aspirational consumption. People follow the person they want to be. And they buy the products that person recommends. Because subconsciously they think, if I buy this product, I can be like them. Of course, they don't become like them, but they're buying hope. And influencers know this too. That's why there's pressure to be real. People say be authentic, but when they show their real lives, nobody cares. An experiment was conducted. An influencer showed their real life for 1 week. Normal clothes, normal house, normal food. Result: engagement dropped 67%. Follower loss: 12,000. People don't want the truth. They want fantasy. Let's go back to that Lamborghini in Dubai. The car is currently rented by another influencer for 6 hours, $3,200. This influencer has 1.5 million followers and $73,000 in credit card debt. But tonight, they'll post that car, and in the comments, people will write, "You're my goal. One day me too. You're so successful." And that influencer, looking at their phone screen, will try not to see their credit card statement, because that's how the system works. Real wealth isn't about showing. It's about selling the appearance of wealth. And the cycle continues. This story isn't a warning, it's a reality. The influencer economy is the most distorted version of modern capitalism. People are going into real debt for an unreal lifestyle. And the most ironic part, they're doing it for their followers, for you. The next time you see a luxury car on Instagram, ask this: is this real or a 6-hour rental? The answer is probably the second one.